Salute Black Goose TV family. What's good with it? It's Monday night, so you already know what we on. It's Fluence and Zien. We up in this thing. Special edition watch party. We watching the NCAA championship game. So, you know what I'm saying? If y'all watching it, y'all can go ahead and jump in. If y'all not, who cares, man? Still jump in because we're going to be talking about all types of shit. Zen, what's good with it? How you feeling, dog?
What's the deal with y'all, man? We out here.
We up in this thing. So, as always, if you come up in here, like the video, subscribe, notification game, be part of the family, comment, show love, man. If you do come up in here, man, get in the chat. Even if you're trolling, we really don't care, man. Just, you know what I'm saying? Be interactive up in this bitch. Let's keep it going. But, you know what I'm saying? We was having an interesting discussion before we even hopped on, but, you know what I'm saying? I feel like we haven't done this in a minute, and I feel like since Mondays is the days, you know, for Fluence and Zen, like permanently, you know what I'm saying? We'll give you our little sprinkle here and there whenever we feel about it, but Mondays is the day. Zen, how was your day, dog? Let me know, 1 through 5, man.
My Monday actually, excuse me. My Monday was actually good.
When nigga got a yawn mid-sentence, that means you had a good long day, man.
Yeah, it was good. I didn't like that I had gotten 2 tickets. I don't know what.
Nigga, 2 tickets?
Bro, I got one for, and it's crazy. I got one because I went to go see my homies playing the NCAA tournament, and I got a ticket, I guess, because I parked in the wrong spot. But mind you, they didn't have no like designated parking. They didn't say like you need to park here, or this is where the parking is, or don't park here. You feel me? Like I feel like if you don't want people to park in specific spots, you should like let them know that. You feel me?
In LA?
Nah, this was in San Bernardino.
Damn. I was like, okay, LA, it makes sense, but San Bernardino.
Yeah, bro. So I had to call the lady, let the lady know what the deal was. She put me through, you know, she's like, oh, you can appeal and do this and that, and just tell them what you basically told me in the appeal and upload any evidence that you got, blah, 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 blah. So I ended up doing that. So I'm like, worst case coming to worst, I got to just pay it, I guess. But I'm like, I didn't want to pay it because I'm just thinking like,
how much was that joint?
It was like $50, but I ain't want to get them $50 though.
I thought maybe that's when you fight, but if you have to pay it, you won't really trip.
Yeah,
you know
I'm just like, whatever, man, here. But I'm like,
but you gotta fight it though.
Yeah, and then the other one, I guess, and it's crazy. I remember I was just out for a second. They had no parking, so I just put my little hazard lights on and ran into the store real quick and then ran right back out. But I guess the cops had nothing better to do, and they gave me a red zone ticket. So I'm not gonna fight that because I'm just like,
they gave y'all. Was a cop just chilling? Did you see one like just chilling, or do you
like
think
as soon as I got in the car, they like, you know, turned the block type stuff. But I'm thinking like, they not gonna give me no ticket. Like they see me just hop right into the car and have my hazard lights on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, nope. They had nothing else to do in their life, and they just said, "I'm gonna give this young man."
It was for sure being an asshole for that. I don't remember the last time I ever heard anyone. And he gave you a ticket. He could have gave you a citation or a warning or something. This nigga gave you a real ticket. Like you have to pay money.
Yes, $89.
And it's more than the parking in the red.
No, that I didn't park in the red. I guess I just parked where I wasn't supposed to park. But it's crazy because I asked the staff member at the school, and they said as long as you go get a permit for the day, you should be fine. And that's exactly what I did.
Was there any signs saying, "Hey, you can't park here if you don't have this"? No. And there was no red, you know, the red joint on the sidewalk.
No. Now for the
so there's just a zone that motherfuckers should know not to park.
Well, no. That at the campus, I feel like they just didn't have no. They should have had better detailed signs of where to park. But the other place, you know how like the fire red is basically.
Yeah.
So I just had my hazard lights.
No, I meant for the camp. I was talking about the campus in that particular stint. Like they didn't have nothing to show. Like you're not supposed to park here.
Well, I mean, I guess they said it was supposed to be staff and faculty parking, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was parking over there. So it was
did it say staff and faculty parking when you went in? Was it like one of those joints where like right when you were entering into the parking space, they had that one sign?
No, I didn't have no sign there, but I guess there must have been a sign at the top, you know, like a little sign or something that I didn't see. But I'm just thinking, like, if I'm an out of towner and I've never been to your campus, how am I supposed to know that?
For that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I could have been late to the game. I could have just drove in, hopped in, put the thing on the dashboard and got on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, that's why I didn't want to pay that. But the other one, I'm like, okay. it's on some just LAPD trying to be on the LAPD. I'm like, I ain't got no
That was
time to
petty,
fight.
bro. That's petty. You see him put on his hazard, hop in real quick. You really gonna give? He's like, yes. And nigga started rubbing his
Bro,
hands when he
I
see
told
you
my
hop
mama
out.
that she gonna go for the boys again, bro. She talking about you
Oh
was wrong, you was in the wrong, and that's what
no!
you get. I'm just like, mama, you supposed to be on my side, whether right or wrong with the boys. You over here talking
That's
about,
funny.
yeah, you were wrong. I'm like, oh
No,
Lord Jesus, you is
come
not
on
that
now.
cheerleader I need, man.
You know how many times I done that? Just parking the hazards real quick, just go grab something. Like I'd feel so disrespected if the
Like it was
cop went
really
ahead and put a
literally
ticket
in
on
and
that
out,
jank.
bro. I was in and out less than 2 minutes, bro. It couldn't have been no more than 2 minutes, bro. And I'm just like, I was letting her know, I'm like, that's just petty. He was bored. He had nothing to do. He just gave me that because he just didn't, you know what I'm saying? She's talking about, no, you were in the wrong. I'm just like, Lord Jesus, man, I'm not gonna tell you nothing else when it
I
comes to
know
me getting no
you ain't finna
tickets,
be on
man. You
my
gonna go
side or
right for the
nothing.
boys. Talk about it was your fault,
First thing you gonna say,
man.
well, you know it's the police and they got rules. It's like, come on now, they be breaking their own
Man.
rules.
Come on, man. That's what I was telling. Look, I ain't want to go back into that conversation. But anyway, I handled one, and so I'm gonna just take care of them. I got to the 12, so I'm gonna just pay it. I'm gonna put it on the credit card though. I'm like, I'll get it back when my
Real
tax
quick,
return comes.
what's the other word? I don't know why it's not coming to me right now. Probably because I'm Fluence. But what's the other word for you don't give it a ticket? It's not a warning, but you actually give
Like a
what's that
fix-it
joint?
ticket,
Man, I forgot.
or
There's a
like a
particular.
warning ticket or something.
It's something because I got one of them joints like a couple weeks back. Which I know I didn't. I did, you know what I'm saying? I did like a California stop at a stop sign where you kind of there's no one around, you kind of roll through that joint. And he's gonna pull me over and he's gonna come with two cop cars. It was a black dude too, because it was crazy. It's like, man, I've been pulled over already. I did get pulled over once by another black dude and he was cool, but the first time I got pulled over by a white dude and he was like mad cool, like he wasn't even tripping. But he gave me the same thing. That was remember I told you about the tags and the driver license. Like it wasn't I didn't have to pay nothing, but he was like just go to court and show it here
Yeah,
there.
that you got it, and then it's gonna be expunged.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what's that called. I want to say citation, but I don't know if that's
Might
correct.
be a citation, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he stopped me for that, and it really I could tell he was trying. He was trying to stop me for something else. He was either trying to see if I didn't have because he was like, "Did you get your tag? Oh, I saw you don't got your tags neither." And I was like, I just bought my tags. Like they're on the way. Like I got proof and everything." And he was like, "Oh, you got an actual receipt?" I was like,
Who
"Well,
just carry that around
I was like, nah, but I got it on my phone if you want to see it." He's like, "Nah, you gotta have the actual receipt." I was like, "What's the difference between the receipt on my phone and
in
having it?"
person?
And he was like, is this your car? I was like, "Here, bro." And then he went to check. And then when he came back, he was like, "Oh, you lucky you got insurance." I was like, "What? Lucky I got
Well,
insurance?
hey,
I
why was
paid
you
for that."
talking to you like you just was an ex-con or
Bro,
something? Like you just was a
I was,
menace on his feet.
I was like, "What? Lucky I got insurance, bro. I paid for insurance, nigga. That ain't luck. Like, what are you talking? You being like he was being so disrespectful, and he just he can. I'm not gonna give you a ticket because you know you didn't stop for that stop sign." I was like, I always stop for that stop sign, bro. I never just ride through because niggas drive
You
crazy out
can't do
here.
that, yeah, on me in Memphis.
Yeah,
You can't
like
no roll through like that, my boy. You gonna get your
yeah.
shit toe tag.
He thought he was gonna get me because of the tags. That's why he pulled me over. So, but my bad. Go ahead.
Nah, it's just crazy. I love it because it proves my point that some of these cops you just be on petty time, and it's like when I get caught in the crossfire, she ain't on my side. But it's all good though. I understand, man. You know, people are brainwashed to believe the police will have your best interests at heart every 100% of the time. I'm like, what?
Both of those happened today.
Well, I got them both today,
Got
but
you. Okay, got
yeah, like they came in the mail. So I took care of one. You know, I called a lady. I did the appeal. So it just says like you can check the status, and we're gonna see what happens there. I'm like, hopefully they just see like, man, he just didn't know better. It was
They'll
NCAA.
probably for a $50 ticket. They'll probably just like you know what I'm saying. They're like, oh, he's fighting it. We'll throw it out because I'm like the
And
police. He ain't gonna finna.
yeah, and for as far as the LAPD, I'm just like,
Now
I'll just pay the
LAPD,
little
I don't know
$89.
about them. They might, he might fight that shit. It don't matter what
Exactly. I'm like, I go ahead
LAPD.
and pay the
Nigga.
little $89, like whatever. You know what I'm saying?
LAPD
I pay it back. I just take it
should
out
be
the tax return.
$20. He show up. I could have gave him more. I should have put him away for all this type. But I was nice on him. Like damn, bro.
But anyway, the day was good when I went to the gym. We ran the gym, didn't lose, won like 7 games in a row. Had to put the little homie in check. He was just talking too much greasy. Like it's crazy because I never talk at the gym. And the day I talk, everybody's like, dang, you turned up. And then the little homie was like, yeah, you going too hard right now. I'm like, oh, because I'm turned up now. you want to talk the way you talk, and I go ahead and exceed your energy. Now I'm going too hard. It's like, hey, but I'm telling you, bro, he was just like, you ain't gonna score. You can't do this. You can't. I'm telling you, I'm hitting all nets though, all nets. Like we're not touching the rim. But like it's net when the net gets looped on the other side, and you gotta go fix the joint. Like that's what they was doing, and the whole gym going crazy. Like like they like he going crazy. I'm like, he just didn't know. He woke up a dog.
This nigga did the what Jordan did to Isaiah Ryder when KG started talking.
Yeah, basically. On me, I got into that bag because he was just like, he's trying to tell me how far I could shoot. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? I shoot here all the time. You can't shoot there. So he just woke me up. I said, all right, he's just in here talking crazy.
Like, okay, bet. Okay.
But your boy got in a good lift though after, you feel me? It's crazy, bro. I'm really hitting that bench so consistent now, all 45s. You feel me? And I did the incline. Now see, it's crazy. With the incline is different. So I got 35s.
It's harder.
But see, I do wide grip though. I don't do the close grip. We do wide grip. You know what I'm saying? Get all this right.
Do a variation. Wide, if you're gonna do the wide grip, you're focusing on the outside of your chest. When you come in a little bit right here, now you're focusing a little bit more on that squeeze aspect. And then really when you come in close, a lot of people want to say you're working on this part. If me personally, I'm like, no, now you're working triceps. So don't ever come too close. So I think it's either wide, or if you're here, now you're working on kind of like that. You're working more on the squeeze. But if you want to get like the chest look, then yeah, you got to get the wide because that develops that outside.
Yeah. So I hit the wide, and then we got some good curls, and then I don't even know what that exercise is, but you know what I'm talking about. When you stand in and you just push down.
Yeah, tricep extension.
The tricep, yeah, we did that, and then always finish with the good core. So I got good workout in, and then you feel me? I got some other stuff done. Got some business handled today that I needed to handle.
You do your taxes yet?
Wednesday, baby. I
ain't done mine either. I was just asking.
Nah, it's just funny, bro. When you hit me yesterday, bro, I was really rolling, like crying. I'm like, he really sounded like me. I was looking at them joints like, hey, yo, I need some help.
I'm telling you, bro. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get these done. I have the time set aside. I went, you know what I'm saying? I clicked through, and I just got to a point. I was just like, Google, hold on, let me get the Googles going.
And I was watching my bad, but I was watching From 2. I'm on episode 4 now. And it's crazy because it's getting better, man. It's crazy though how they how they did that, man.
Pretty damn good for a show.
No, it's a good show.
Epix. I don't know what Epix is.
I never heard of Epix. But I liked it. It wasn't cold. I liked the sheriff because I'm like, the sheriff was trying to show mercy, and I'm like, I feel like the pastor was more heartless. I'm like, I feel like, you feel me, you're supposed to usually be opposite, like the sheriff probably more of the savage, and then the pastor has to rein him down from his I
think that's the brilliance of the writing. That's the point behind it. Is like you expect the pastor, but it's almost like, why is the pastor more militant and the sheriff is more forgiving? And that shouldn't be the case. You'll learn why though later in like. That's why I love brilliant writing, because I almost want to rewatch it, because that just made me connect a dot with something that happened in the recent episode where I'm just like, there was a whole, that's beautiful. Go ahead. My bad. I love great writing like that. That is brilliant writing. You'll see later on. You see, you realizing that and pointing it out, just it's gonna be hard for you to remember it, because you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be. But if you do remember it later in the episode, you're gonna be like, oh.
And it's crazy because it's like, I don't know, man. Watching that show too also makes me not want to have no kids, man. And that might be bad to say, but I'm like, man, I would hate for my child to be so ungrateful and to be like, I'm gonna go be in a house with complete strangers over than being in a house with you. I said, ain't that some shit? And then the little boy just walking around asking questions. I'm just thinking like, either they parents ain't briefed them enough or what. I'm like, you supposed to stick to yourself. And so you know further information. Oh, this wandering around asking questions. Oh, I have a friend. How you have a friend don't know his name?
What, how'd you feel about the monsters? Like, how do you feel about it?
Like, what do you mean?
Just what do you think of it? Do you think it's creative? Were you expecting them to be that way? Like
Yeah,
how they
I
what's
think
your
it's really cool, especially when the dude was like, "Have you noticed that they never run, they always walk, because they know you have nowhere to go." I'm just thinking like, damn, like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what's. I thought the girl had schizophrenia. I think she got schizophrenia or something.
which one?
Cause I don't know the girl that let that door open.
Oh, okay. You'll find out about her too. You'll find her. Yeah.
I thought that was just cold because I
I don't
like
want to
that
give
old
up too
man.
much. I know I sound like, oh, he's not saying that because I don't want to get. I don't want
No, you
to because
good, but I'm like, I
this is
like
one of
that
those
old
shows.
man.
If I say a little too much, it'll give up
I'm a,
way too much. You know
no,
what I'm saying?
because I like that old man. The dude that liked the chess, I liked him. And I just thought, like, damn, like she got that man killed. And then the lady taking care of her too. Like she did a good job with him too. Like I
Oh
thought it was
yeah, the old man, the dude's grandfather.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did too. He was cool, and the nurse.
That's what I'm saying. The dude that the lady that took care of him, like she did a really good job, like getting them calmed down and remember your happy place. Remember who you are. And just I thought she did a hell of a job with him, and it's just like
I like the aspect of the monsters of the like how they seem so friendly, and it's like because you got to think like I think of it from a perspective of like there's no way this can happen. Like you got to think you're going on a camping trip or what I'm saying we going somewhere just to celebrate a birthday or something. We run into that. And now we going in circles. Like you're not gonna believe anything if someone says, "Oh yeah, monsters exist." You're like, "Nigga, you tripping." Like that's the aspect. Like I be thinking of it from where like if I was in that and somebody told me, "Yeah, if you open the window, they finna eat you," but I see a regular person on the outside, they just like, "Hey, yo, let me in. Let's talk." Like that's it's like you playing with your mind now. You like, do I believe all these random strangers, or do I be like, nah, all this shit is bullshit. Y'all just want me trapped here. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, I think it's such a small point, but I'm like I think it's so creative to that aspect where it's like they don't show themselves until you let them in, type shit. And I'm like, that's low ball deep. You know what I'm saying?
the only reason I wouldn't let nobody in because I don't let nobody in now. They better be bleeding, man. They better be
That's a
bleeding.
stranger. I don't know that nigga.
Yeah, man, they better be
You come
bleeding
to
or
my crib. I know
whatever,
who you
bro. Only time they might get me is if it's a bad joint. She gonna have to look bad for me to be like, baby girl,
well,
you
what
in
if that's the
distress?
case? What if they know your weakness? They know your weakness, and they just bring a bad joint. Like,
See, that's when the
you know,
sheriff got to
see,
come save me. Like, no, I'm like, what happened? Don't do it.
and think about you been there. Like, think about you believed everyone for so long, right? You've been there for maybe like 3 months, right? You haven't seen no deaths, nothing. Everything's been going good. After a while, you just kind of like, man, like you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing. You like, man, maybe everybody lying to me, and then they just send a bad thing to the window, like, Zen, what's up? What you been like? That's what I be thinking for. I'm like, I don't know. That shit would be hard. Being there long, I feel like being there long term would be worse than being there, short term. Like if you just got there, I think it'll be easier to adapt because you'll be so scared. But I feel like if I was there for like 2 years after a while, I'm like, man, all this shit is fake.
But see,
I'm gonna
that's
open the
why
window,
I
nigga.
thought it was sad that they, because that's why I feel like the sheriff ended up having that empathy is because he was just like, he heard when he was like, when he came up with everybody, he was like, I never used to be this person. Like, I never was like this. But like after so long, like it just, I let those voices and everything get to me and it just got, so it's just
And
like,
and this isn't a spoiler, but you'll see he was different. They do a flashback later on, and you'll see like the type of dude he was. He was like a ha 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 ha. Yeah, that's the type of dude he was. Like, and I love the difference. And when you see the flashback of how he was to how he is now, when he just seems frantic all the time. He's like his eyes be big and shit. I'm like, man, he's a great actor. Like, it's a good show, man. It was a surprise show. I don't know how I fell upon it. I just seen it. From anybody watching that, yeah, or anybody watching this, check out From. It's dope.
no,
Oh, you
that's a
didn't tell
good
us what you
show.
give it out of 5 though. What's your
Today's probably 4.5, probably be a 4.6 or something afterwards. I'm probably make some food and then I'm gonna end up watching more of them episodes. And because they just dropped another episode, so it's 9 now.
Yeah,
So
it's 9.
mhm.
Big cliffhanger on that joint. Who's winning the Who's winning? I haven't been watching the game.
It's
No, who's
crazy,
winning
bro.
the
They
game?
just Kansas just made a run, bro. If they hit this free throw, they're gonna be down 7, but they're down 8. They just got to end one,
How much time left?
like 15 minutes.
Oh, so we still got time. Cool. We wasn't over talking. So 4.5 out of that. So yeah, anybody coming up here, you know what I'm saying? Y'all want to know what's going on with the game? We'll give y'all updates. Don't worry. But in between, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna give you the battery. Hit the like button, show some love. But that's a good day though. That's a good Monday. That's a good Monday.
Mm-hmm.
My Monday was good. It started off slowed in the mud because I woke up. I was like, man, I don't want to go to work. some reason I was tired, even though I shouldn't have been tired. I got some good sleep. I did get good sleep. So went to I got good sleep. So I didn't know why I was tired. And I didn't want to go to work, but I went to work. Started off mad slow. But then I hit you with the when they told me about that. I said,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, your day probably for sure boosted once you got them numbers.
Because I didn't know until about like 3:00, and then they told me the number. I said, "What? I did all that?" I said, "Okay, I'm happy now." And then I got a contract signed today. It was a good one.
You get.
So
I don't want to put your business out there, but do you get like bonuses with certain numbers?
Yeah. So that's mostly what I'm saying. And then everything accumulates to the big bonus during around my birthday, Christmas time, because there's a Christmas bonus. So I'm like, that's you. If you can stay in a certain range, each month. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a little something each month, but I'm like, the big one is so it's like that's what you really want to be focused on. So I'm like, that's very good. So I'm like, I'm happy about that. I just got to keep, maintain it, do better. Got a contract signed. So I was like, okay, work got me feeling good. It's been a minute since work because what I'm saying, I was feeling a little stretched out down, but I'm feeling good. So went to the gym, and also went to the gym. I was debating for a minute of not going. Actually, to be honest with you, because I was like. I was thinking about, what I'm saying, I got to call my mom to do taxes today. But I was like, I do got to the 15th. So I was like, I'm going to wait till tomorrow. So I was like, I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do the taxes. And so, I just came home, did the videos, looked at the people, make sure I check out the videos, here for this. Food already waiting. Y'all seen, I got the food before, so I'm good. So yeah, and it was a good workout too. I had a good workout. It was leg day today, and then ended with cardio. So feeling good. So yeah, it was a good day, man. I give it a 4 point. I'm just gonna match yours, 4.5 out of 5. It was a good day. So salute to people. Yeah, and that's sometimes the best when you don't expect it. Because I for sure didn't expect this day to be good. Especially how I was going.
Facts. No, I hear you.
Hey, that one dude real quick, on North Carolina, 45? Or is that 35?
45. Yeah, 45.
Hey man, I might have been disrespecting, what was that dude's name?
Paulo.
Yeah, because apparently he's better than I thought. Because he's
pretty good. Too. Yeah, he's
I'm
good.
Like, all right. Because at first I was like, I'm seeing him. I was like, he's still supposed to kill him.
No, I don't care what you tell me.
I don't know, man. The way I'm seeing this dude he should be in the league.
You feel like, so?
He can hit threes. He plays defense, rebounds. Looks like he about 6'10". Does everything right. I'm like, I would pick him up, man.
No, I hear what you're saying, but I still think he should have killed him though.
He had a solid game though. Now I'm changed because before I was hard on him. I was like, he looks stiff and stuff. But now seeing him, this dude in the second game, I was like, oh, he's pretty good. I'm like, he doesn't really have any weaknesses. He's kind of like solid.
And they found him on the 3-point line, bro. I told you, bro. They was down 15. He hits all 3 of these. He's down 4.
Now, who's the guy on Kansas? Was like you know what I'm saying?
They big number 33. I think they
guard right there. That's why you feel North Carolina will win because that's all they have, right?
Yeah, more so like number 32. They got number 30. I think he's supposed to be good too. But like, I just don't really know nobody on Kansas that was supposed to be like that guy. You feel me? He's like Love. Like, I don't think like Love had a bad first half in a sense. Like he just really didn't score. He was in foul trouble. But I'm like, let Love get going, it's gonna be curtains for them.
But the type of player he seems to be, do you really think he'll be able to get going at this point in the game? Unless he just has like just some stellar outbreak.
Because versus UCLA, he just started getting cooking.
Did he miss all free throws? He didn't look like he could make free throws though. You know how some niggas just look like they can't make free throws? I feel like
I've been proud of myself though. In all my leagues, bro, I've gone 100% like for the last 2 weeks. Because at first, bro, I was missing some. Like I couldn't understand.
He's on your Westbrook.
Low key, bro. I just kept missing my free throws. I'm like, what's going on? And then
look, I just said AC Love's hurt. I told you he ain't gonna get back on.
He a warrior. This is the adversity he needs.
Okay. All right, man. Papa ibuprofen, dog. He be straight. Oh, excuse me. My bad, Joe. I didn't mean to do that in the mic. Oh, he don't got the same sauce he did in that last game. That boy got D'd up right there. That's a good bucket.
Bro, they really just closed the gap to 4. Didn't I tell you though? Remember I was like, they up 15, but I'm like, it's the NCAA tournament. Anything can happen.
It's because North Carolina dropping the ball right now. That's definitely not a foul. That was clean. I'll tell you this right now. Neither of these teams really have like just a standout player.
It's not like it used to be, man. I'm telling you,
It's not,
like
dog.
old school
It's really not.
basketball, old school college. Like I feel like everybody just had that one guy that you just like, hey, or maybe two guys like, hey, them two in college, they cold together, like. And then in the
But
league,
it's because
everybody had one
everything is so
superstar.
system now, though. Before there would be a system, but niggas would be like, man, I'm too good for the system. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like everyone's a system. Like if you can, because now you have a chance to, if you fit into a certain system, you know, to make it into the league or get, you know. Before it's like, nigga, if you fit into the system, nigga, you average.
Yeah.
You a system player? What?
But am I
Wait a
wrong?
minute.
Like, didn't NBA teams, bro, like back then used to have at least one star you could like look forward to or whatever? Like you look at the Rockets, they had Steve Francis, Katina Mobley. You look at the Magic, they had T-Mac, Grant Hill when he was, actually playing. Then you look at the Wizards, they had Gilbert and like Karan. And then they had the Lakers,
Karan
they
Butler
had,
used to be nice. A lot of people don't remember Karan Butler. He was nice.
yeah, Juice was
That boy's
cold.
mid-range jumper was crazy.
And then the Lakers, Kobe, the
Shit, even the worst team in the world, the Clippers,
Clippers,
had nigga
bro.
Elton Brand and
Elton
Corey
Brand and Corey
Maggette. And
Maggette. Like,
anyone
come
who
on.
says Elton Brand is weak, you don't know basketball.
No basketball. Don't know basketball. LB was
Fuck outta here.
unguardable, boy.
He
better than Blake Griffin ever
at
was.
6'8", bruh, 6'9", with torch niggas. He was so fundamentally sound.
Had that mid range on lock, boy.
They just
LB
didn't have
was
no
cold.
point guard. That was the problem. He needed a point guard.
Like even think about Memphis back then, bro. Like Mike Miller was nice. I don't care. Nobody tell me, boy. And Sharif
Shit, remember
was nice.
D. Will and Carlos Boozer?
Come on,
Them
man.
niggas needed each other because afterwards they was
Oh,
trash.
they was
Man. They didn't
weak.
have each other.
Sacramento, we already know about them. And
Yep.
then Sixers had AI and Iguodala.
That was back before Iguodala was really Iggy too.
The Nets had Jason Kidd, Vince Carter, and Richard Jefferson.
Someone say Kenyon Martin too, but I wouldn't really say Kenyon. But I guess he was.
The Nuggets had Nene and Marcus Camby.
Bro,
Chauncey.
all right, I'm so happy you said that. Niggas do not know how cold Nene was.
Nene was
in his
nice,
prime,
boy.
Bro.
He
Nene
was
would
cold.
dunk on everybody. He would
at
just do
6'8".
and just I'll be like, oh my god.
Yeah, Nene
A lot
was
of people,
nice.
I'm gonna say, is this a slept on one? I know this is random as hell, but JJ Hickson, man, he never got his due. That boy was cold, man.
Yeah,
Bron didn't F with him.
Cleveland had Bron, and then the Nuggets had Melo, Marcus Camby, Nene. Eventually got Chauncey Billups, but and then the Detroit had Chauncey Billups, Rip, Tyshawn, Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace. You know what I'm saying? Who else?
Milwaukee
trying to get all the teams.
Michael Redd, Desmond Mason, Keith Van Horn.
Mm-hmm. And then the Golden State had BD and
Monte Ellis,
Steven Jackson, and then the Hornets had Chris Paul, and then eventually David West and Jason
Tatum. That was the Hornets.
Bobcats came in before. They had a Mecca Okafor, remember?
And Raymond
and
Felton,
Gerald
right?
Wallace. Yeah, and Raymond Felton and Gerald Wallace.
Remember, Hornets had Chris Paul and
David West and Tyson Chandler.
Yes, David West.
And Mo Peterson. Mo Peterson was pretty solid. Bro, Kansas is about to take the lead. They down a point, bro. They was down 15 at half. Crazy.
That's crazy.
Now it's a game, boy. But
Shot out here. He wanted North Carolina to win.
I'm trying to think of
who else are we thinking?
The Bulls had
it depends what year we talking for the Bulls.
Yeah.
Because the Bulls
early 2000s was weak. Yeah, they just had Ben Gordon for real and Heinrich.
And Kirk. They would do some shit though every once in a while.
Yeah. Celtics, Paul Pierce and Antonio Walker.
Yeah, that's all they had. Minnesota, KG,
Indiana.
Wally.
Depends on the year. You had Jermaine on. Oh, Jermaine was cold.
Jermaine is one of the most least talked about
bigs ever, man. Jermaine O'Neal was nice. Bro.
He was so nice.
With Ron Artest over there. They had
Danny Grange.
Yeah, Danny Grange. They had Reggie Miller before, a little bit until he retired. Like Jamal Tinsley, nigga, forget about Jamal. People didn't like Jamal Tinsley though, but he was nice.
Nah. We're talking about though. That's crazy. It's like, dude, we can go through like 2-3 different eras.
Miami, they had D-Wade, you feel me? And Shaq was over there with Alonzo.
Dallas, Dirk,
Steve,
Jason
Terry, you feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, Steve
Josh
Nash,
Howard.
depending on
Yeah, Michael
yeah,
Finley.
we can go Jason Kidd, Michael Finley.
I'm trying to think of any more teams I'm missing. We already said the Jazz.
Well, Portland, depending on when we're talking about, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You can go
because
to
Portland
Scottie
was kind of
Pippen,
weak.
Lonzie Wells, all that
Yeah,
shit
but then
era,
after
or we
that,
can
then they
go
had
B
LaMarcus
Roy. Yeah,
Aldridge, B Roy up. So they was always had
depends on
somebody.
what. Yeah, depends on what area you want to go
They
with.
even had Darius Miles over there.
They did. Darius Miles always was kind of just. I
He was
used
a
to be a big fan of
disappointment
Darius, but
before.
he just yeah. Anyway,
He just could dunk for real. Like he had no
people
three.
don't know how cold J.R. Smith was, man.
Yes,
People
with
don't
the
understand
Hornets.
how great J.R. Smith was. Like J.R. Smith, if that nigga would have gave a fuck, he could have easily been close to a Hall of Famer. That's my
Think about how many threes he had, bro, in his
bro.
career, and he just was just off the henny. Like
And
he
he
just
used to like his bounce, his athleticism with his
was
skill. Like
crazy. I never forget when they threw the lob at New York and he literally caught it. It was a regular pass. He caught it in the air and windmilled it and dunked it. I said, "Oh, this dude's crazy."
Gerald Green used to have crazy ass bounce too.
Facts. And Jamario Moon, but people don't remember Jamario Moon. Oh,
Jamar Moon,
Raptors.
I
We
for
forgot
sure
about
remember
Chris
that.
Bosh over there when they had Bargnani. And
Remember Bargnani? Bargnani was
was
Porzingis before Porzingis.
exactly. And they had what was his Calderon. They had Calderon. He was solid.
Calderon was nice.
He was solid.
He couldn't play no defense, but he was nice. Remember when the
The
Lakers had
Magic.
Calderon for a little bit?
Yeah, he was weak.
Yeah,
Dwight with the Magic with Jameer Nelson.
yeah.
That was
Rashard Lewis,
nice.
Turk,
Yep.
Michael Petrus.
They even had Ray Austin there at the time. The Rockets had a T Mac too. At one, he was with Orlando,
Yeah,
but
with
then he ended up
Yao.
going to with like
Yeah.
every team was nice. The Suns, come on now. Suns had a crazy team. They had
When they
Joe
got
Johnson
Steve
at one time.
Nash and Jason Richardson, Jason Richardson? No, that's wrong.
No, Barbosa and Raja Bell.
Barbosa, Joe Johnson,
Lottie.
Sean Marion, Amari Stoudemire.
And then
Who's the
Atlanta,
center?
they had Sean Hunter. He was weak. But
Yeah.
Atlanta, they had Al Horford. Then they ended up getting Joe Johnson, and then they had Jamal Crawford over there.
And remember they got Josh Smith.
Josh, bro,
Remember
it was
Josh
crazy.
Smith?
Zeno,
And don't forget Jeff Teague.
facts. But Zeno has sent me a thing of like top dunkers of all time type stuff. They did not have Josh Howard or Strawman Swift in that argument. I said, y'all gonna have Isaiah Ryder over Josh Smith? Josh Smith bounce was crazy.
But Josh Smith is one of those guys, like, if you don't know, you don't know. You just
Bro,
forget.
his bounce was LeBron-esque. And anybody that tells me it wasn't
His
go
athleticism.
like he was really, bro, he was windmilling off 1 foot with the left hand in traffic. You know how hard that is?
Because Josh Smith had no skill, but that nigga was just so damn athletic, you couldn't do nothing about it.
Bro, athleticism was out the charts. And he ended up getting skill like later in his career. Like he ended up getting a little jumper.
By then, it was too late.
Yeah. Like if he was to come in the game now, what? He would kill the game.
What do you think about to win this game?
But ain't that crazy, bro?
Carolina.
We went through every team, fool. I think North Carolina gonna pull it out. We went through every team, bro, and everybody at least had a legit star. Did we not name one team? But did we not name like one team without a legit star?
We might have missed one.
New York,
maybe.
New York had Marbury.
New York.
Marbury.
During that time,
and then they had Wilson Chandler, and then they had Gallinari and Eddie Curry.
Yes, I was gonna say like Wilson.
Zebo was there a little bit too, because remember Zebo
Wilson,
was on.
Wilson won't be a star. Gallinari is not a star, but he's still playing to this day.
Marbury was though.
Marbury was. He was. They also had they had Crawford,
Jamal
for a little
bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about it though. New York was really trash. They was always trash when we was younger.
They were weak.
It was weak, and their jerseys was weak too.
I was really trying to think about somebody else, but I'm like, yeah.
That's all the teams. I think I think I named every single team. Like we named Detroit, the Suns, the Spurs. We don't even need to speak on the Spurs.
I know if you don't know who the Spurs got, you tripping.
Wizards, Portland, Seattle Sonics. They had Ray Allen, Rashard Lewis. Like, you feel me? OKC, KD, Westbrook. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, that's later. Yeah, so I'm like, that's
like
obvious.
every team. You feel me? So, but now it's just like you got your top 10 dudes that got the stars, and That's about it, in my opinion, bro.
Well, I just think it's so everything is more team based now. It wasn't team based back in the day. It was a lot of ISO play. So
Think
everything is like move the ball quick, get the shot up, or pick and roll. Like that's it. Like there's nothing else to it.
you talking about now or back then?
Now, nigga,
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's
Now back
pass,
then they
pass,
had to
pass.
run plays because that's
Back
what
then
like
it was a lot of like, but not only would they run the plays, but they would run everything, geared around their two best players. So a lot of times they would have two best players in different positions.
yep,
I got my guard, I got my big man,
yeah,
because the
yeah.
big man was so goddamn relevant.
Because that's what because you could check it out if you want, but KG be doing this thing called certified or something like that, and he had Jamal Crawford on there, and he was just like Jamal, like, am I tripping? Like, dudes don't even call plays no more. It's like get the ball and go, like just do your thing. Like back then we had to come
It's
here,
AAU ball basically now.
yeah.
That's all it is. But it's like there's no plays called, but the strategy is the same. Like, look, we're gonna get it, gun, go, pass, move, screen, pass, move, screen. So I'm like, if you're gonna be playing that way, then you have to make sure everybody understands their role. You can't have anyone get outside the role because you're gonna fuck up the flow. That's the difference. That's why you won't necessarily see the greatest individual talent, or you'll be like, why doesn't Michael Beasley have a job? Because I'm like, they don't trust him to be like, oh, I'm finna be in this rotation. And when I got an open shot, I'm gonna pass it. I'm like, and that's the biggest difference I be seeing in basketball now. And also because that's more aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Because if you have something that's always, even though I don't, agree, because I'm like, there's a reason. I'm like, ratings are down. I'm like, nobody watches games no more. Everyone watches just clips and highlights off of YouTube. You know what I'm saying? But to the sense of the business they're running, they're like, this is how we want it, because we're more focused on who's paying tickets. You know what I'm saying? More so than who's watching on live cable TV, because we understand cable TV is dead.
Because you got to ask me, bro. You can say cable TV, all that, but you can get your ratings right back up. Because why you think they say football ratings are down, but I know they're still around the same, or probably even going up. Because I'm like, at least every football team, for the most part, is actually becoming more solid. Like I know next year is probably even going to be more higher. Because I'm like, you got Russell Wilson on the Broncos. Like you got a shift in dynamic. You know what I mean? Like it's like a more balance when it comes to like you don't know who's going to win for a period of time. I feel like in the NFL you kind of knew like it's going to be out of these 5 teams. You know what I mean?
But to counteract that, you have to also understand the switch and the shift when it comes to how people are consuming entertainment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when people say, "Oh, it's a down in views on cable TV," well, yeah. Young people, anybody probably under the age of 25 is not watching cable TV. You can even argue people under the age of 30, you know what I'm saying, aren't watching cable TV. Some could argue under 35 aren't watching cable TV. They might have it, you know what I'm saying, but they're not watching it. So, okay, if that's the case, same thing with music. I'm like, oh, they only sold this amount of albums in a week, you know what I'm saying, compared to what you used to do 10, 20 years ago. That's because the only way you can consume an album is you got to go and buy it off the shelf. It's not about album sales. It's about streams, YouTube, social media. So I'm like, there's a reason why people aren't watching the entirety of a game. They're watching highlights. That's where the money is. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where everything is shifting to. That's why people are trying to say when it comes to like combat sports, boxing, UFC, it's like, how you going to, like you seen DAZN, they're saying we're the new streaming service, but now they're doing pay-per-views. Like they've officially gone to the world of pay-per-views. Why?
Because that's where the money at.
That's where the money at. I'm like, even though it seems like it's old and outdated and think you can go past it, it's like,
ooh, Kansas took the lead. I didn't mean to cut you off, but Kansas took the lead.
For real?
Just hit a 3.
Hey, what's good with it? It's Snipers. We ain't seen you in a minute, bro. You good, man?
I mean, how are you doing, man? Oh, they just got another and one, bro. They turning it up on their ass.
I'm a little bit behind you. I'm about to see that and one.
North Carolina got to regroup, or it's gonna be curtains.
You think it was just tailor made for?
It's just like Kansas, you can't give up a 15-point lead like that. You gotta figure out.
What's the score on your side?
55-50.
Okay, I'm way behind you. I'm 53-50. Okay, the and one just happened. Let me reload mine. Maybe that's wrong. North Carolina's finna lose, bro.
No, I think they can
I
pull it
see them
out.
breaking. They too young to be able to come back from something like this.
They gotta get that white guy going. They're playing. They got this full court press going right now.
That's
Love
also
on
the
defense.
problem too. Remember, you was like that white dude. He's not really the scorer for him. So I'm like, if that's your best player when it comes down to crunch time. If that's the only person that's on for you, then you got to go to someone who's off and try to get it
That's a
going.
good take right there.
That was, and it's like Davis. I don't know who that dude is. You know what I'm saying? So they relying on people they ain't used to relying on. I'm just playing. I don't know who anybody is. So that was actually disrespectful for me to say that. Salute to people.
But yeah, go back to your point. You can go back to your point. I just, the game's going, so I'm like, it's
I don't even
interesting
remember
that
to
they
be
just
honest
took
with
the
you.
lead. You were just talking about the streams, and that's where the highlights are, or et cetera, et cetera.
Oh yeah. So what I'm saying, you're gonna hear, it's obviously there's gonna be the views toward on actual cable TV is always going to be down every year because more people are going to gravitate toward the internet, watching everything on the internet, and then also you got to understand the demographic for when it comes to like football and stuff like that.
Good shot.
The paying customers are going to be a little bit older. Those are the ones who are going to be going to the games, things like that, pay-per-view, etc. But the majority of the views is going to come from the younger people, and so they're going to make up that money through internet, whatever it may be.
It's on TBS, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say because I don't know.
Yeah, it's on
Oh, he missed a
TBS.
big shot, but they called a foul. That's a bad foul. I mean, that's a
It's not
bad
even.
call.
It's not even a foul.
That's a bad call. They kind of
Soft.
Kansas finna win. I just saw it. That's a cheat call right there because that wasn't a foul.
Guess because he maybe touched him on the face, but that's not enough to call that. Sweet.
I gotta wash my clothes. No, I don't gotta wash. I just gotta dry.
But yeah, man, it's crazy though. What's going on out here, man? It's crazy. The league, I don't know. I used to really watch all games, but I guess I don't know. I used to watch all the games back in the day, man. Like now,
But
I
it's
don't
like,
really
what's the
care about
point now,
playoffs.
though? If you can just consume something this quickly instead of watching the entirety of it, what are you gonna do? Especially when majority of us got something we got going on or whatever. We gonna consume it quickly as possible, unless we feel like there's an importance to it, because that's the world that we're not living in. They've made that the only option. Anybody wants to dispute that, you're lying. Because if a nigga posts a 2-hour podcast and then he posts a 5-minute clip of that podcast, people are going to watch the 5-minute clip first. I think I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll watch the podcast, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, it's Snipers. You are speaking the absolute truth. Fight game on the MMA side of the game and boxing has been trash. But this weekend, we got little gifts. We got Triple G versus Ryan Marotta, excuse me, off the top of my head. But if you want me to be real with you, that's happening at a weird time. So I don't even think
You
you're
might
going to
not
be able to watch
get
that.
to
You probably
that.
just have to see the highlights of that joint. But we got Ryan Garcia to go. So Ryan Garcia going to be back.
And then we got Volkanovski and then Sterling.
Sterling Peter Yan too.
Yeah.
And Volkanovski versus Zombie. So we got on the MMA side of the game, Volkanovski versus the Zombie.
There's another fight though that's actually good though. Hold on.
So we got Volkanovski versus Zombie and Peter Yan versus Aljamain Sterling too. Then on the boxing side of the game, we got Ryan Garcia versus The Go. And I think there's another boxing fight that's happening this weekend. Is that Nonito Donaire versus Jesus? I'm mad at me for this.
But Gilbert Burns is fighting Chimiva. That's gonna be a good
fight. Oh, okay.
Even though I'm mad the Castellum fight, both of them got canceled, man. Both the opponents got canceled.
The what fight?
The Castellum fight, because I think he got hurt or something.
Oh, the Castellum?
Yeah.
Oh, you were saying Castino. I was like, nigga. I mean Castano, excuse me. I was like, you talking about Charlo versus Castano?
No, Castellum.
Yeah, we in. Hey, yo, this weekend we on for Fluence Lounge, baby. We finna be on.
You gotta watch the Chimiva fight, because I'm like, Gilbert Burns ain't no slouch.
It's Chimiev, nigga.
Chimiev, yeah, there you go.
I might be wrong on that too, so I might. Ain't that funny? It's like somebody's pronouncing somebody's name wrong, and then someone's gonna correct you, like it's Chimiev, nigga. And then somebody, and the actual person's like, bro, both of those are wrong. Oh my bad. I don't know in my head.
I know you try to come at me and then you was
Like,
wrong.
like you mispronouncing his name. Like so are you. Like
Oh,
nigga, how you
Gilbert
gonna
Burns
correct
is
him with the misspelling?
smaller than him. I didn't Oh, I don't know, man. He might lose.
Oh, it's snipers. He was there when I was struggling. I haven't canceled him yet. It wasn't Comcast, it's Xfinity. I didn't cancel him, even though I was talking shit like I was going to, but I haven't canceled him yet. I need to. I need to, but I'm still riding
Bro,
with him.
you think Gilbert Burns has a shot, or you think Khabib's boys is gonna be too much for him?
But that's not Khabib's boy right there.
It's not. Oh,
Mm-mm.
Islam is right.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
But Kamzat, he trains in Switzerland.
Chimiva.
Oh, Comcast is Xfinity. Okay, so it's snipers. He's school me. Yeah, yeah. So I haven't let him go yet. I'm still part of that slave contract, and I'm letting him keep me in the shackles. I'm still with him though. They're trying to make it right, but honestly, they overcharge me. They overcharge me for the Wi-Fi. I need to get something else, but I just don't know. Like I'm scared because I'm like, if I switch, what if I switch and I just get worse Wi-Fi? And then I have to go through all the hassle of switching back to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's my biggest fear. Like, okay, I feel like they're overcharging me. And they make things right when I tell them to, but I still have a lot of problems with them. But what if I switch? And then once I switch, they're even worse. And then I'm just stuck. Or you know what I'm saying? I'll be scared, man.
You think Chimiva is all overhyped, or you think he gonna come show Gilbert Burns that he the man?
I've seen Gilbert Burns lose in some fights that he should have won. So I think Kamzat, I think he's gonna win. I got him winning.
Like by submission, like first round, like fast how he's been, or you think it's
I
gonna
don't
be
know
all
about
three
first round
rounds?
submission, but I see him mauling him, probably getting a TKO by third round.
Oh, TKO?
Yeah, I think he's finishing Burns.
I didn't know he was 6'2". That's a big boy for that weight class, bro.
He can fight middleweight too. Real quick, his sniper said, "Try that Verizon Wi-Fi. I heard it's good over there in that area for 5G. It's newer. I heard that about Verizon, and I heard that about T-Mobile as
T-Mobile.
well. Yeah.
Oh, why you don't have T-Mobile? You already with them. You might as well have got their Wi-Fi.
I know, but the thing about it is like it's new, right? It's new, so I'm like, there has to be something that's not figured out yet. You feel what I'm saying?
That means you get discounts.
Yeah, but I don't want to be going through that hassle of like not being able to stream and all that type of shit. Cause I'm like overall, it's like I have like when I have my problems with Xfinity, I get mad as fuck. I hate them, but they do always get it right. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know.
How's the Korean Zombie fighting for? I just could have swore he got demolished in his last
I know,
fight.
no, he won his last fight, but because he
Brian
was supposed to
Ortega
be
worked
fighting.
him.
No, that wasn't his last fight. He fought again after that.
I know. I see he find that Ige, but I'm
Yeah.
like Brian Ortega worked that man.
Yeah, he did. But Volkanovski, he was supposed to be fighting Max Holloway, but Holloway pulled out, injury or something like that.
Bro, Korean Zombie finna get work, bro. Volkanovski is really a beast. Cause I'm not gonna lie, him versus Ortega was a battle, boy. Even Volkanovski was low key shot. Like, dang, he won't quit.
People might be surprised, man. Styles make matchups. You know what I'm saying? Styles make fights. So
I just don't see
who
that
knows?
man losing, boy. He's a machine.
How's it look here, man? Who you got
It's
winning?
crazy. What was the last fight? John Jones. That was a great 3. Was John Jones' last fight?
Damn.
Reyes.
That's game.
Was John Jones' last fight Dominic Reyes, bro?
Yeah.
So that was
been
the
back
last
since.
time we was gonna see John Jones fight.
He talking about he want to come to heavyweight.
That's talk though. We ain't seen no. He wants the title, and he's not gonna get the title.
Well, I don't think he just wants to go into a fight with Nagano. That don't make no sense.
So who he gonna fight?
Oh, Korean Zombie got Cejudo. Cejudo's in what's going on? This nigga Cejudo is in everybody's corner all of a sudden.
Because he retired.
But I'm just like, how all of a sudden he just a coach of everybody?
I don't know, man. He never beat DJ to me. Sorry.
That's how I feel too, man. DJ
I
still the
watched
GOAT. You
that
see,
fight, bro. I remember we was
did,
watching it. We was both like going back and forth, and I remember we was like, I thought you had to clearly beat the champ to get the belt. And that fifth round was really up in the air, bro. Was it not? Because he
I
for
don't
sure
know.
lost a couple rounds.
I don't know if you
DJ.
saw DJ. He just won
Yep, I
over in
saw
one
it.
championship
Mm-hmm.
against that Muay Thai dude. It was like a
Mm-hmm.
special type of event, like first round Muay Thai, second round MMA, third round Muay Thai.
Yep.
And that
Won
was a
that
legend. He
joint
went against a legend.
and won.
Yo, that nigga look good too. I was like, man, I'm telling you, even if DJ was still, I'm like, they had to get rid of him, bro, because I'm like, he would have
Just
beat
dominated.
everybody.
Yeah, he just dominated the whole division. That's why
Like,
they had Cejudo beat him so he could. Bro, as soon as he lost, he didn't even get a rematch for his belt. They just sent him away. Like
bro,
what?
think about Brandon Moreno. I hope I'm saying his name right. Against Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson. He would have finished him so quick, bro.
Facts.
Terrible take.
That was a great layup though. You gonna see it. That left was crazy.
Now, that was a good layup. That's Cam Johnson's brother.
Is it? Because he looked like him.
Yeah, that is. That is him. I
Oh,
seen it on
okay.
Instagram.
Oh, P. Johnson. Okay, yeah. I'm like he's balling this game.
Yeah,
That
niggas
was
was
a
talking
bad
shit
shot.
about him. He was like, he didn't even do nothing. He was on the bench the whole time. I'm like, this nigga hooping this game though.
On me
Shitting
11
on
when it
y'all up.
matters, nigga.
Hating ass niggas. Demetrius Johnson, he ain't get KO'd by Morez. DJ's never got KO'd.
Nope.
I'm like, Mariah's, he KO'd. I think you think about Aljamain Sterling. I think you getting Mighty Mouse confused with Aljamain.
You think Aljamain is nice?
Mighty Mouse KO'd by Mariah's? Maybe. Am I missing something? He might have. I don't remember that though. Are you sure? Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It's snipers. I'm thinking about Marlon Moraes. He's talking about the one championship fight where he got the knee. That one. Yeah, you're right. You're right. My bad. I'm thinking about two different Moraes. I was thinking about Marlon Moraes. I was like, Marlon Moraes never. I don't even think he fought DJ. But he's talking about the Moraes in one championship. He did get KO'd by him. But in DJ's defense, Moraes is a much bigger man than him. One championship, they don't allow the same weight cut rules that they do in the UFC, so you can't like dehydrate yourself. You have to fight like a weight above. So Moraes is a bigger man and a younger man, but Moraes very very skilled. I think Moraes, if he was in the UFC flyweight division, he would destroy everyone as well. But he wouldn't make that weight cut. But he did. You're right. Yes, 100. Yeah, I got confused because there's two. Yeah, I was thinking Marlon. But yeah, you're right. My bad. But that Moraes is a beast, though. By the way,
It's crazy, bro. We've been watching the UFC for so long, bro. It's like everybody that we used to like kind of watch, like they there, but they not there no more.
mm-hmm.
Like I just remember Kevin Lee was that motherfucker when we was in the Terrence. Boy, he was that
But you know what's
motherfucker.
crazy though is Kevin Lee's still young. It's not like he's old.
He's
But
not, but it's just like I don't know, man. I don't know if he
yeah,
can string together wins anymore, man.
bro, he struggled with Diego Sanchez. You see his last fight
Nah, did he
on
win?
Khabib's MMA promotion.
Did he win?
He won, but he struggled with Diego, man. I'm like, you struggling with Diego? I don't know if you should still be fighting, brother. It's like you only 29, I think, or 30 years old. Like he young still. I'm like, it's mental or something, man. I don't know what's going on.
It's off, bro.
Oh damn! As soon as I was talking about his brother, that nigga got injured.
Yeah, I think he got the wind knocked out of him.
Oh, I thought maybe something happened to his leg or something. Cause nobody touched him, I don't think, or did he? I don't know. I didn't see that. Look like Kansas finna win, bro.
I don't know. It's looking like that unless they pull some offense together.
Bro, who was killing last game, he ain't doing shit this game, man.
Who Love?
Yeah,
they locking him
locked
up.
up. He been locked up all game.
That was a good layup by number 11, though.
What's the score on your side?
65-61.
Okay, yeah, me too.
But yeah, man. We
That
gotta talk
shows,
about
man.
Will Smith a little bit now, man. For the night get too far away from us, man. Why they doing Will like this, man? Why they doing Will like this? Oh, I'm scared. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't understand how they doing my boy Willie Will like that, boy.
Hey, man, I want to say this right now. Will Smith, you've always been one of my favorite actors, and that hasn't changed. And I
Nope.
fully support the fact that you slapped the shit out of Chris Rock, partly because I've never been a fan of Chris Rock. And I'm not a comedian, so I'm not offended because I see a lot of comedians speak on it and they just seem offended because they like, I would just be damned if someone came up and slapped me on stage. I oughta, woulda, I was like, man, woulda, shoulda, coulda, man. If it happens, you gonna react however you gonna react. But what it should could, and I feel like that's what it is. A lot of people, I feel like their own ego was hit as a comedian because they like, you're just trying to take away our crap. We can't
But
talk
it's
about
just funny to
somebody.
me because I'm like, every comedian sound like they got you think they motherfucking was John Jones or something. Like they just gonna really give
I
somebody
know,
the
like they
whoop
just got
ass.
hands out the ass, and I'm like, bro, Will Smith. I'm like, I don't. By the way, it don't got too many views, but y'all can see the post I did. Anthony Joshua, that nigga he did his own little comment. And he showed him doing the mitts with Will, and he was like, "Good job, brother. Next time, close your fist." Damn, AJ, I didn't know you was a savage like that.
On me, that boy like knock him out, bro. Even with the slap, like people understand, like it was textbook because like after he slapped him, he didn't stay in front of him, like he leaned to the side, like to avoid any return. So it's like, don't
I
think
know
that Will is just
he
some
was ready.
some
Yeah,
some pussy motherfucker that don't know how to get down. Like,
bro, Ali is literally. I don't care what nobody says. Please go watch Ali, nigga. That's the realest fight scenes ever. Look, watch Will's movement. Him jump roping. Like he said himself. He said he put him in the best physical shape he ever did, so he can really mimic it. All y'all that talk about Creed and all that shit, get that new age shit out of here.
I
Ain't
know,
nothing
but I
compared
don't
to what
care.
Will
Ali
did in
still to this
Ali.
day. What's my name?
But
What's
I'm
my
even talking
name?
about. But what I'm specifically talking is the boxing scenes. Please watch the boxing fights. It's the most realistic in movie form. Like it's not
That's what
no
I'm saying.
that
That's
Creed
when he
shit
was.
fake. I'm like, Will, you can. It's him, nigga. It's
But I'm
him
saying
moving like a legend.
but that's what I'm
Michael
saying
B.
when he was.
Jordan is just making up some random shit. Will has to mimic a legend, and he's in there mimicking. I'm not saying it's perfect or nothing, but I'm like, this nigga was training, and he said how hard he trained for that shit. You don't just do that and then you just stop doing it the rest of your life.
That's why it's funny that he got his Oscar on King Richard, and it wasn't even for him being an actor; it was for him just producing the movie. But then he didn't get one for Ali. I'm like, I don't care. Nobody tell me, boy. Ali is one of the craziest movies I've seen. Cause I'm like, bro, every
Yeah, I've
like
never
even the
had an
rope dope.
adaptation
If you
like
go
it.
watch the actual rope dope scene and you watch it in the movie, you're gonna just think like he really
Should I pull
nailed
it
it.
up? They gonna we can't monetize it, but I'll pull it up now, nigga.
Nah,
Wait,
man, you ain't
hold up. Did
gotta
we get a
pull it up.
win? Did Kansas end up winning? I ain't watching. Yep, Kansas gonna win.
Bro, how you gonna
I'll
say did
pull
they
it
end
up.
up winning and dudes shooting free throws, man? Come on now.
Kansas probably gonna win though.
Was Will was laughing at the joke till he saw Jada give him the eyes. Jada didn't give him no eyes to be real though. Like I think he just like was just like, you know what? I'm tired. Like it was something that triggered him. It wasn't necessarily Jada because if you look at the they had like another view of him when he walked up there type stuff, and Jada didn't really even look at Will in a sense. Like she was kind of still focused on Chris Rock and what he was saying. So I'm like,
I
I
think
think it was more so about, like he felt like he got, I don't know, it was something deeper than people not
I
knowing.
think people underestimate the fact that there's some niggas when you disrespect them, they don't get mad, they laugh. You a
Yeah.
bitch ass nigga. Nigga, ah!
On
Like
me,
I'm
come with
like,
the
there's niggas like
unexpected.
that.
Because you gotta think about it. He really played into because if he's going up there mad, Chris is gonna know something coming. You feel
Bruh. So
me?
it's like he know.
The
I'm
art of
like, he said that.
deception.
This nigga Will was probably like he was like, he's like in his head, he's like, all right, man. Yeah.
On
Walk up.
me, walk
What's
right
up,
up
nigga?
there and then
Ah,
just
like
slap that man.
there's people who are that, like that's how they that's how they is. I know that because that's how I am. I'm not finna be up there. I'm gonna be like, I'm like, you're not even gonna know I'm upset. He's gonna, oh, this nigga was mad. So I'm like, I get that. I think that's what I think people are playing too much into his initial reaction at the joke. Everyone's saying like, oh, he laughed and he saw Jada. I don't think it was a laugh like he thought it was funny. I think it was more of like, You think you gonna get away with that, bro? Okay, bet.
Because if you really look at it, like after he slapped him, Jada didn't have no reaction to it. She wasn't like, "Oh my god," or she wasn't like,
She
you feel
laughed. They
me?
actually show her reaction. She laughed.
Or that he slapped. But
Yeah, after
she
she slapped,
said,
she was like, she
but she
laughed
said that she
after.
regretted that Will slapped him though. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know, man.
But I think we all could believe that. He's like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think Will was that person, family friendly. But I think that's the thing. It's like all of us put him in that box like he's family friendly, and I think that's what. Because I'm like, I didn't read the book, but I'm hearing a lot of shit about the book where he just talked about like he saw his mom getting beat, and that made him put in a certain box. He got bullied a lot and all types of things, and then it seemed like from the book, accordingly, him and Jada wasn't even supposed to get married like that. Apparently, they had a night. She was pregnant. And they ended up, that's what, you know what I'm saying? And he always was trying to prove. So it's like, I don't know, from what it seems like, yeah, he probably is family friendly, but he's one of those guys where it's like he probably has so much built up tension, or he allowed people to, put him in a certain box for so long, you know what I'm saying? You get to a point where you're just like, man, I'm tired of this shit. And
people just act like he not a real nigga from Philly. Like, bro, I don't care. Nobody say, y'all can all Google it. Philadelphia is one of the most dangerous places to ever grow up, bro. So I'm like, don't act like Will ain't seen that. Don't act like dudes
it's not
like
like
Kevin
he's a
Hart.
soft nigga. Yeah, it's not like he's
Yeah,
not
like
soft.
Kevin
Yeah,
Hart, you know what I'm saying? Any entertainer that made it out of Philadelphia, Meek Mill, they all tell you like it's real. Gilly, all of them, it's real. You know what I mean?
But the snipers, think about this. I'm like, Chris knew he could have said that, but he didn't. And a lot of people want to credit that to him being professional. Do y'all think it was professional? Because there was also reports
I
where
think
they
it was
said
more so that he didn't know Will was like that. Cause I'm like,
that just like everyone else, just like what this comment said, I thought he was family friendly. If a nigga like that you think never had that in you, do that to you, if you're not ready to get down,
and
you're
think
gonna be
about it. None of us
confused.
know how that slap felt. That slap probably really hurt. No matter if
That's
he
a
was acting like
slap.
you, but
That
no
nigga,
matter
you
how
could
he
have
was
thought,
trying to.
and if you know, if you he could have thought in his head like, if this nigga would have closed his fist, I'd have been knocked out right now. And you don't think Will Smith, okay, the same way, like y'all want to underestimate how calculated he is. Like he was laughing before. You think he chose to slap him instead of actually close his fist? Think about the type of reaction people would have had if he would have socked him. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. It would have been a way worse reaction. He would have been in a way worse situation. He's in bad situation off a slap. But he knew. He was like, okay, I got to send a message, but I can't be too, you know what I'm saying? No, I heard about it though. It was like a remix to the joint. Niggas be quick, man. They don't be playing on the internet, bro.
No, they be real quick, man. They had the scene in Will's in Fresh Prince. I forgot. Damn. It was like a scene that like related to like, oh, it was when they remember they went to counseling in Fresh Prince, and the joke happened. He was like, that was like, that's what Will was when after Jada looked at him when the joke happened. I was like, oh, y'all crazy. Y'all went to Fresh Prince, boy.
You see, they already did the one for the Grammys. They was like, one's like Drake ain't amused by Will Smith's threats, and it's like when Drake is wanted to go like with the Grammys, and Will Smith's like, keep my wife's name, and he's just like, you don't mean that. We out here, it's stupid, bro. That shit is funny, bro. I'm like, niggas be quick on the internet, bro.
They quick,
niggas
bro.
see some shit edited quick, nigga. Who you think gonna win this game though? It's closer than I thought.
I know it's 69-70, 54 seconds
I got
left.
Kansas.
I got North Carolina, man.
Yeah, slap is more. That's what people aren't talking about, and I think that's why Chris Rock has so many people behind him, because they're trying to say he incited violence, and I'm like, no, if he wanted to incite violence, that nigga would have closed his fist. That's violence. Right. A slap is literally saying, I don't respect you, and I know you're not gonna do nothing when I put my hands on you. You don't slap no nigga that you think finna do something to you. You won't try and lay him out right there.
Damn, the big dude, I think, tore his ACL, man.
Who? Johnson?
From North Carolina.
Oh, no. Don't say that.
It looked like it, bro. His leg just gave out.
Yeah, I respect the fact that they ain't trying to do nothing right though. Yeah, this shit might be done.
I feel bad for him, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
he
hold on,
either
gotta
tore
pull
his
it up. Man.
ACL or he might have just messed
Towards
his knee up.
meniscus or something. Yeah,
Yeah,
something.
that looks a little bit more on the meniscus side.
But yeah, man, it's just crazy how they're trying to comfort Will so hard. I'm just thinking, like, look, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say I promote violence, but come on, man. What is America built on? Violence. Like, it's crazy how so people are so fickle with that. But if we want to go talk about slavery, everybody want to just that wasn't that long ago, and you ain't forgot yet. It's just like, oh, so when that violence is reflected upon your past, it's not no good. But now that you see somebody else, you could target them for doing some violence. It's like, oh, let's go full force. You know what I mean? Come on, to
You know
me,
how this
they
shit
can't
go.
cancel. I don't think they can really cancel Will from something like that.
They
I'm just like,
can't cancel him, but they can stall him out. You know what I'm saying? Because you see how a
yeah,
lot of his
movies got
Netflix is pulling out and all that type shit.
postponed and whatnot.
Bruh, hey, wrestling ain't that bad. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. Hopefully I don't miss nothing when it comes to the game. My shit just froze out on me too. I'm gonna have to reload it. But I'm gonna be right back. I gotta use the bathroom.
Yeah, you was right. Kansas gonna win.
I told you, bro. I should have bet your ass on that shit. Got some money, nigga. I told you. I was like, North Carolina winning just doesn't sound right to me. I'm like, if you want to, if something sounds marketable, some sounds like I'm gonna make some money on the back end, Kansas winning makes sense. Because Kansas, you telling me they don't really got nobody but the big man, and I'm like, that makes sense. And then North Carolina beat Duke, and Coach K was his last season supposedly. So I'm like, they're not gonna let North Carolina go on a W like that. I'm like, it only makes sense, man. Marketing business, all this shit is fake. Fake as fuck.
And they
I
didn't
still
want the
watch it though.
black coach to win. Crazy. My bad, y'all. For the pause, I'm just watching what's going on. I'm seeing everybody's reaction. I'm like, man, them North Carolina fans sad as a mug right now, boy. They sad as a mug. I'm like, sheesh. I understand though, man. I hate losing my damn self, so I'm already knowing.
You owe me $20, dog.
Nah, we ain't bad now. I don't know what you talking about, boy. You owe me gas money.
What'd you say?
You owe me gas money. I
Like,
need
this
that.
nigga sound like he was from Memphis. What the fuck?
You
Nigga
like
said,
that
I
right
was
there, huh?
nothing to me about the gas money.
Gas money. You
What?
owe me that gas money right there, boy. You owe me that gas money. And
You
you know I might
lost though,
get
nigga. I should have bet. From now on, what we gonna do whenever we watch these games? Me and Zen finna bet. Just to make things interesting.
fights too. Then how about that, motherfucker?
Hell no, man. Fuck that.
Oh, now
Look,
it's nuts in his balls.
no,
Oh Lord.
bro, I be too emotionally invested in fights, man.
What you mean? We can bite on the fight? Nah, I don't want to hear that, boy.
I'm too emotionally invested in
I'm
fights. I
mostly
can't.
invested into these basketball games, so no, can't do it.
Man, I'm talking about no. The Lakers ain't even make the playoffs, nigga. Fuck out of
I
here,
have
nigga.
favorite
Everything fair
players.
game
I have
now.
I
Now,
have
if the
favorite
Lakers
players
were
and
playing, I'll be
everything.
like, okay, bet. But I'm like, come on, everything is fair game now, bro.
No, it ain't fair to me because I'm too
Man,
invested as a basketball player. What you mean? You
it
can't
could
tell me?
just be some shit like it could be some shit like
Oh, he was out of bounds. Oh, It's
This
still a
nigga
chance,
capping
boy.
like, no, there's no chance, nigga. These niggas lost, bro. Ain't
No,
no
it
one
was
finna
out
hit a
of
big
bounds. He was
3-3
out of
like that.
bounds. He was out of bounds. I say he out of bounds. Out of bounds. He was out of bounds with it. Bam. He was
Ain't
out
no
of
one finna. Come
bounds.
on, man. You big capping. I know you want to still have some chances
Go
out here
look.
in this
Look at the
joint. This,
footage.
I
Look at
see
the
he's out of bounds,
footage.
but I'm telling you, ain't no one finna hit a 3 to tie nothing up, nigga, unless they trying to get more money out of us. They not finna do that. They're not even built like that.
You just sitting here hating, man. Watch them get a 4-point play, and you're gonna be like, "Oh Lord!"
Look, yeah, they fouling right off the bat. They don't even want none of that. On the Corey Holcomb. Hey, we might end tonight with the freestyle. Why not? Huh?
Dang, my computer dying on me, boy.
That's called, nigga, make sure it's plugged into a charger. It's 2022. You ain't got no
That's
reason for it
called.
not to be.
I didn't realize we was gonna go over this long because you know what I'm saying Mondays we usually around this time.
It's a laptop, nigga. How you not have it plugged into a charger to start off with?
What you mean, bro? Because it's not in this room.
I hope y'all hear all that cap, because I don't even know what he's talking about. None of that makes sense. Oh, cap, man. Should have him on double caps right now, nigga. You took your cap off, but you need to put that joint back on because you capping crazy.
What you capping though? You capify Kappa.
I'm finna get my hair cut sometime this week. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get fresh in this joint for the people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, I'm about to cut all this off, bro. No more beard. I'm gonna
This
just have a
nigga
little
finna look like I don't got nothing. So
Thank
fuck you. He was waiting to get roasted. You already knew I had something in the chamber, but I don't even feel like letting that clip out. You know what I'm saying?
I was watching Johnny for Hatswell and Pac Creek Wrestling came out and his finisher McMahon. The joint came crazy. Brought to me.
Hey y'all, 69-72. Kansas finna get the W's in. Once again, was wrong about who was winning this. I told y'all Kansas from day one. You already know what the game is. I ain't even know what the fact or who was playing. I just said, look, Kansas is the beautiful Cinderella story. Ain't no way they finna have North Carolina get the W. So remember, from now on, if y'all trying to bet on any games, anything like that, y'all listen to Fluence, because Fluence finna fluence y'all into a couple W's. You hear me?
Watch playoffs come, you gonna be wrong. It's just crazy how the Suns really the best team in the league, and like 2 years ago they was the worst team in the league.
Wait, you said the Suns?
Yeah, like they really went from just being the worst team to finals contenders.
Well, you know the reason why. I told you the reason why, but you didn't want to believe it until now. Now you're a believer. So you want to talk about it, or you want to let it go. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring something out. You can't bring something up like that. No, damn well, I told you why that was the case, and you want to act like that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. We're
gonna do that.
God.
We'll do that for sure. We'll do that.
Chris
P, we'll do that joint together. Go on that joint. Look, it's snipers already knew. CP3. I told this man that. I told him that. And he said,
No. You said that. I said that Devin Booker was the number one option. That's all I said. I never said CP3 wasn't a factor. See, look, you trying to discredit my knowledge. I already knew.
He said Devin Booker is the man. He's the motherfucking man.
He is the man.
I said, man, get all that cap up out of here, man. We don't got that much space in this joint. You hear me?
All right, let's see what happens. 4.3 seconds.
Oh,
the white boy got tripped up.
Didn't make nothing. Told you. Game over. Hallelujah. I told y'all, man. Y'all listen to my predictions. I've been told y'all what's finna happen. I've been told you. All right, get this motherfucking stream off my shit.
Trash. He said Lakers chemistry coming back. What the hell he talking about?
I think he's obviously trolling you a little bit.
He gotta be, man. What the hell he talking about, man?
The Lakers still have a chance.
Bulls good.
All they gotta do is win a couple more games. They still have a chance.
Hey, watch the Bulls get bounced first round. Philly gonna get them right up out of there.
They play us?
I said Philly.
Oh. If Lonzo comes back, no, that's not gonna happen. If Lonzo doesn't come back, then yeah, they're gonna get bounced. Because DeRozan ain't enough. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all Chicago Bulls don't know who DeRozan is, but I'm telling you right now, if he don't got a little bit of help, I promise you right now, all your dreams gonna fail. We know, dog. We appreciate the troll. At least you ain't on the same level as the troll we've been getting. We've been having some new trolls in here, and they've been trying to cut deep, man. Like,
they came in my man hair.
Came in my braids, man. I know they dusty. I'm not gonna take off my hat because you see how tight. See, you know, a nigga got a band on, a hat on tight when they got the whole joint. I know my shit dusty. I ain't tripping. I appreciate the dust. I'm just happy my shit detangled, man. Y'all don't know. I'm like, he's like, it's obvious he ain't a nigga because I'm like, you don't know the satisfaction of getting your shit finally detangled. So I don't give a fuck. Sorry, I'm a little hype right now, man. I'm feeling good. I had a good Monday. But I tell you, that team old, they selfish, and they wasn't gonna work together. I told you this, but you was trying to give me some BS. How you
Hey
feel about that,
man,
Zen? Because it's
all I
true.
know
It's
is
snipers
you gotta
was
worry
right
about
from the
your
beginning when it
Bulls,
came to
man.
this. He's not only good with the boxing predictions, but he got this one right as well. What you got to say, man?
All I gotta say is he gotta worry about his Bulls, man. The Bulls ain't been to the finals since MJ was fading
But they're
away.
in the playoffs, though. That's not a fair argument. You're getting off topic.
This the first time since D Rose.
But they're in the playoffs. You said the Lakers was going to make the playoffs. What do you got to say about that?
They were supposed to, man.
Well, who do you blame it on?
Gotta blame it on Frankie V and AD. I mean, you can give a little bit of blame to Westbrook. Can't blame Brian, motherfucker averaging 30 points a game.
That's what I want to ask you because you've never been a Braun fan, right? So I appreciate your takes on Braun because you've never been. You know, there's a lot of people saying this is Braun's fault. He didn't do what he was supposed to do. He makes his teammates around him worse.
You can't blame somebody that's not 20. You can't blame somebody 37 years old and not blame somebody that's 28 years old in their prime, bro. That don't make no sense, bro. That's like blaming Reggie Miller while the Pacers was weak. I mean, not weak, but didn't get to the finals.
Or MJ while the Wizards was weak. I feel the same way. I'm like, how now we're saying the 37-year-old should be that guy? I'm happy. It's snipers feel the same. You can't blame Braun either. I'm like, but a lot of people are though, because they're saying he's being selfish. He's chasing the record. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all had Melo. Melo was out a lot of games. He was great toward the beginning of the season, but towards the end.
I'm gonna be real. When we got rid of Rondo, I knew our team was going to pots.
That's kind of when you guys gave up. I think it was that was this, like if we were in the inside looking out, if that makes sense. If we had the inside scoop, it was almost like when they gave away Rondo, they was like, we're done with the season.
Basically,
and we didn't realize that as me, a LeBron fan, and you as a Laker fan. But it's like when you think about it, when they did that, that was almost them saying like, "Hey, we're not looking to actually make the playoffs this year," because I think they knew even if they made the playoffs, they wouldn't win the chip. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's kind of what it came down to. Because I'm like, ultimately, I can't even blame AD neither because he didn't play majority of the games.
That's his fault though. He's undurable.
But you can't blame him because he wasn't playing. Like at the end of the day, the only person you can really put the majority of the blame on is, like you said, Frankie Vogel or who put the team together. And some would say, "Oh, LeBron had a big part of that." But I still think that's ludicrous.
Pelinka. The fact that Pelinka didn't make no trades during the trade deadline is still flabbergasting to me. I'm like, damn, bro, you could have moved something.
But I think that's a business move. I think a lot of people didn't want to make a trade with the Lakers because they were like, let these niggas suffer. Like, we might want somebody, but
I forgot everybody do hate the Lakers, man. It's tough being a Lakers fan, man. I got flack my whole life. Especially when I was a Kobe fan. When I say he's a selfish ball hog, he's the worst thing to happen to basketball. I'm like, man, y'all sound crazy, man. I had grown teachers really coming at me, boy. I hate Kobe. I'm like, why? You don't know
snipers because it's snipers. He's not capping either. I'm like, and neither is Zen. That's why I appreciate y'all because I'm like, I be hearing a lot of people talk shit about Bron, and it's just like I don't understand what he did for this shit to be talked about him. I'm like, y'all can tell me differently. You know what I'm saying? If you feel like the reason why y'all didn't get where y'all need to be or whatever the case may be, like if you think it should be on him, like I get it.
At the end of the day, bro, we want to ship or whatever. It's AD's fault, man. AD got the 5-year, $178 million contract. He's supposed to be playing. He's supposed to be durable. At the end of the day, how does KG, one of the skinniest dudes I ever seen, play 82 games religiously in a league that was all physical? He got to guard Shaq, Yao Ming, Tim Duncan, Chris. He's guarding boys every night.
Did you ever think about this? This is something that came to my mind just now. Maybe AD, like I said, when AD played in the last couple games, I said, I think he's been healthy for a couple weeks by now. You know what I'm saying? But we heard AD complain about Dennis Schroeder, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if AD didn't want to play with Westbrook?
Then he's just a bop.
Hmm?
You give KG Westbrook, bro. He gonna be happy, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. I'm like, niggas don't want to talk about that either. Niggas want to talk about
But who does he
LeBron
want
now
to
has
play
all this
with?
power. He wants this person. He wants that person. What if David said, hey, yo, I thought Westbrook was going to be this, but I'm like, he's not setting me up the right way. He's not paying attention to me. Like, I'm good on this. Because don't act like 80 don't got that power too. Because the
Yeah,
second
for sure. Because he the
most
franchise,
favored
really.
motherfucker in Lakers is AD. Y'all really, he's really the first. Because y'all gave the big contract to AD, the long-term contract saying, hey, LeBron, once you're gone, AD's our guy. And people don't want to talk about that. Yeah, I feel like that too. AD played trash once he got the bag. But I think a lot of that has to do with, I'm telling you, I think AD is the type of guy where he's like, all right, I thought Westbrook maybe was going to embrace me, but he's still doing his thing. And it's like, if you're not, like, you've seen him complain about Schroeder. Why wouldn't he complain about Westbrook? You just can't complain about Westbrook publicly because Westbrook's not, he's on a bigger level than Schroeder.
And he's a top 75 player all time.
So he showed it in his game. I don't really want to play with Westbrook like that.
I just think like, man, he's just a I don't want to get to doing all that. But yeah.
Be real. What you thinking?
Nah, man, I ain't want to get into it. I don't want to sit here and keep slandering that man name. He know what he is.
Yeah, it comes down to, I agree with you as snipers. It also comes down with being stuck in your ways too. It's selfish, but being stuck in your ways. I don't think I need to change. I've been great doing this, so why do I got to change to be great still?
Dwight Howard's the only one willing to change. Ain't that something?
And that nigga gets stalled out because of it.
But on top of that, like, he's a top 75 player that didn't get respected.
He's a top 75 player who didn't get picked for the top 75.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, he didn't even get that respect. So it's just like, but yeah, he has enough pride to be like, all right, bet, like, I'll come off this bench. Even though the whole year we clearly could see he could have contributed way more.
That goes down to back to what you were saying about Vogel. It was just a combination of things. I'm like, it worked the first year in the bubble because AD was healthy. You had Dwight and you had JaVale. It was a little bit different. So you guys were still playing the aspect of ball that he was used to. If you want to think about when he was successful in Indiana Pacers, he had a really big lineup with a big small forward. You know what I'm saying? Very same dynamic of a team. Now you're talking about any year after that. You've seen it, Frankie Vogel, when he went over to Orlando Magic, he tried to make it a more, center-based type of option with, Vucevic being that guy, and icing out some of the players that they already had. And they got rid of him because of it. So he doesn't know what to do with fast-paced players or have a fast-paced tempo. He's always been a type of coach who's based his game around, I have a big man, another big man, and I have a big small forward, and that's what we're playing around. We're not going to be focused on having a fast-paced point guard. He's never had that and done well with it. They had to get him out of there when they got De'Aaron Fox. Nope. Excuse me, De'Aaron Fox. Not De'Aaron Fox. Alfred Payton. When they got Alfred Payton, you got to get him out of there. He doesn't know what the fuck to do with this fast-ass motherfucker. So.
Crazy.
I've seen that with a young nigga, man.
Other dudes just don't feel like they want to be disrespected. And when you don't give them just ultimate respect, then they feel disrespected. Like, boy, I'm an OG. It's just like, that's fine, bro. But you're not going to just be telling me what to do.
But I think a lot of times, though, it comes down to their space and if they feel comfortable, in the sense of if they feel out of pocket, it's because they is out of pocket. They ain't comfortable in what they doing, if that makes sense. Like, they ain't doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, you never going to trip on something when you taking care of whatever the fuck that something is. It goes in all aspects of life. So I'm like, even this, because them old head be getting mad every day. I swear, I listened to 90 minutes in my car, was chilling, man, got so mad because he's talking about some, what you know about this. That's how they be, man. And other times, a lot of times, look, with them old heads, them niggas be bored too. They be bored as hell. And they be like, man, I just want to start some shit up. I want to talk some shit. See who's going to respond. That's how I be, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm just talking Fluence right now. Fluence a bit. How you feeling, Zen, man? What's up? It's Monday, man. We in here getting it. How you feeling, man?
Shit, man. I'm just going to cook some food, As soon as we get up off this joint. And,
What you finna cook, man? You finna cook some more chicken thing?
Nah, I'll probably get some lasagna going.
Okay, I see. He's switching it up.
Yeah, motherfucker. Yo, you're trying to predict my. What you got? Chipotle?
Nah, man. I got some balsamic chicken. I got some broccoli, asparagus, and I got some salmon with some broccoli and some rice pilaf. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, summer coming up. You know what I'm saying? Summer coming up. Got to show the bitches what you got. So,
Oh
try to
God,
get the body right for the hoes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm going
Give me
hard
those
with the
right for the
abs,
bitch.
man. I'm trying.
By the way, for the few women that's watching, look, this weekend I plan to go out. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna get these things back right. Nice cut. So y'all know I just ordered some joints for the feet. I'm gonna be talking to them hoes, man. I'm back on the game. Salute to the mark. You know what I'm saying? So y'all better watch out. You know what I'm saying? Nigga finna be fresh. Cause I'm tired of y'all niggas. Y'all trying to come in the comments at me, talk shit about my filthy ass shit. I don't give a fuck. This just mean I'm working hard, nigga. Bitch ass niggas. But when I'm fresh, y'all ain't gonna want to watch it because you're gonna be like, this nigga finna take my bitch. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm just playing with y'all. I love y'all. Nothing but love, man. Bro, for real. The snipers, you already know what it is. We got the summer bot going crazy. Y'all already know what it is, man. We in here. Black Goose TV family all day. Anything you want to say to people, Zen, before we get up out this drink?
Hey man, just have a blessed week. The rest of this week, man, and you feel me? Peace and positivity.
Absolutely. And we got a big weekend coming up this week. You know what I'm saying? We got fights finally. I feel like it's been forever since niggas actually had a fight to watch
That we cared about. No
I know.
disrespect to any of the fighters.
I know. Usually we just be like, hey, yo, we're going to be watching it. We probably not going to be watching it. We're just going to be talking. So tune in. But this weekend, for real, we're going to be interested in the fights because we got Volkanovski back. You know what I'm saying? We got Peter Yan back. All that type of shit.
Hometown.
Kamzat Chimyov. You know
No,
what I'm
not
saying?
him.
Versus Burns.
Ryan.
Then we got the hometown, Ryan Garcia. We never going to root against hometown. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Coming from the desert, we got Ryan Garcia. We're going to be watching that for sure. So make sure y'all tune in for that. This Saturday, Fluence Lounge finna be epic, baby. It's gonna be a while since we're gonna have a Fluence Lounge like that. And hopefully I'm not talking it up enough where it ends up being bullshit. No, I'm playing. It's gonna be fire. So salute to the people. Appreciate everybody who hopped in this, man. Check out the content I dropped a little bit earlier. Had a couple videos on that joint, nothing special. We're gonna have some more shit tomorrow. Look out for the next Fluences in episode. We're gonna have that for y'all. I don't know when the exact date is gonna be, but when it's out, it's gonna be out, and y'all can tune in when y'all need to tune in. Nothing but love to the people. It's never got to tell him. Garcia's also hometown for me. I don't like him. You can't do that, it's snipers. We told you. You might not like him, but you can't tell the people publicly that you don't like them. You always got to root for the hometown
Always,
hero.
baby.
That, no
Don't
matter
forget
what,
to
no matter
root.
no matter how you internally feel, you got to root for the hometown. So Ryan Garcia all day, no matter what. But you heard Zen, peace and positivity from me as well. Hit the comment section, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We love y'all, man. Nothing but, you know what I'm saying, salutations and nothing but blessings.